He says his ex-boyfriend kicked him in the park. The boyfriend says he was stalked.
You two were former lovers who had a falling out, weren't together anymore, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
And somehow you both ended up in a park, the parking lot of a big park, at the precise same moment, right?
That is correct.
And then, Mr. Carr, you say that you approached the defendant to talk about a loan that you had made to him, a $1,200 loan.
Yes, ma'am.
And then there was a terrible fight.
That is correct.
And during this course of this fight, the defendant threw you on top of a car, caused $1,200 damage to your car or truck or whatever it was. You had some other problems, physical problems, as a result of being injured. I know that that's not what you say.
I had physical injuries.
That's what he says. Now tell me about this fight, sir.
Well, as you said, we coincidentally ended up at this park at the same time.
We didn't coincidentally.
I'm going to get
Because
there.
I was there visiting two friends of mine who were witnesses to this assault.
You made the arrangements to meet in this park.
Correct. We met there, and we're visiting and talking and such, and he and Rudy drove into the park, parked a little ways away from us.
You went up to the car at one point.
Yes, we were there. I was there for...
You, not we, you.
All of us were there for about an hour. At about 4 o'clock, I told my friends that I was leaving to go back to San Diego.
No, he didn't.
And I got in my car and proceeded to drive out of the park and decided that I ought to at least talk to him and ask him...
You started to say confront.
To come up to him and ask him whether he intended to pay me back the $1,200 that he had loaned for me previous in the year while we were having a relationship. And he had never paid that money back. I had taken him to small claims court.
Okay.
That's not true.
So?
So drove up next to him and asked him, you know, can we talk? And he says, I have nothing to say to you. Get out of my face. There's nothing to talk about. And he said, you're never getting the money back. I suckered you, and you're a fool, et cetera, et cetera. Then we exchanged some other words. I told him that that he was going to be in trouble because I had reported this to his probation officer.
Tell me to watch my
to
back.
two other agencies, which he is doing illegal activities against, such as Social Security Fraud Division. I've reported him to them.
What's this have to do with this?
Then what happened, sir?
I got out of my car, lit a cigarette.
What'd you do that for?
Because I wanted to get out of my car and smoke a cigarette. I needed to smoke a cigarette, you know.
Go ahead. So then you got
Okay.
out of the car. You had already said goodbye to your friends. You were on your way out. You stopped to confront him. Then you decided you wanted a cigarette, which I assume you couldn't have in your car.
No.
So you got out of your car.
Because I don't smoke in the car, and
Right. So you got out of your car and you were standing there smoking a cigarette. Go ahead. You did.
he leaped at me. He grabbed me by the throat, slammed me down on the hood of the car. He then hit me in the right side of my face, in the eye, and in the jaw. Then shoved me on the dirt pavement in front of the car. At that point, I tried to defend myself and push him away with my foot. He grabbed my leg, my right leg, and twisted my leg, screaming that he was going to break my new hips. I had had bilateral hip replacement surgery during the relationship with him in January of 1995. At that point, his friend Rudy came out of the car, came around, and had to physically pull him off of me, saying
How'd you end up on the hood of the car?
He slammed me down on the hood of the car,
Okay.
and then after that, pushed me on the ground in front of
Now
the car.
you're saying as a result of that slamming, the car was damaged?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
$1,200.
Correct.
The same amount that you say he owed you from your previous relationship.
Actually, it's $1,138.
When did you get this estimate?
Some odd cents. It's an estimate from
All right.
Pearson
Now
Ford.
tell me about the injuries that you sustained, other than the ones that you said you had over here on your side of your face.
Well, here are photos, if you would like to
I
see
would like
them.
to see them.
They're photos of all the injuries to my...
You say you had post-traumatic stress and all that other kind of stuff?
Yes,
Your Honor, he
ma'am.
didn't see the doctor 3 days later. He rejected
Mr. Tate, I'm going to listen to your version of what happened in a minute, because your version of what happened is different from his. You say that Mr. Carr cannot accept the end of your relationship and that he's been stalking you.